The SWEET project is about working with families, and the key theme here is obesity. We've got two strands. We work with families on early intervention, we work with families in obesity management. We've got two programs. One is early intervention, working with families with children aged 2 to 4 years old. And what we do here is we focus on play with the children. We teach the parents how to play with the children in terms of dance, games and gymnastics. We also then teach the parents a lot about nutrition. We work quite closely with the University of Ulster, whose dietetics team come in and they talk to the parents about issues such as portion control, a healthy balanced diet for toddlers of that age. They talk about shopping on a budget, and they go through various branding foods that are out there that they normally purchase, and they show them how to read food labels. As well as that, we teach them a lot about what's out there in the community. So we do a lot of out and about sessions. We do cycling, we do swimming, and we take them out and about the various parks and that as well. They try and get them familiar with their surroundings, so that they know that these things are available out there and that they can avail of them every day, not just when they're with us.
I learned about the SWEET program through Sure Start, and we done. And then I went to the information day in Christ the King and met up with the other families which was taking part in it, and we done dance, we done different games for playing with the girls, and we done a cooking program all about portion sizes, and we had a nutritionist and talking about what foods to give weigh-ins and what food not to give them. And then they went swimming to the swimming pool, and we enjoyed that.
Early intervention is about educating the parents on the issues of that come hand in hand with obesity. So what we aim to do here is to educate the parents so that they have a better understanding of what's of the impact that obesity can have, so that they can get to those issues early in the child's life, so that the onset of obesity does not happen for the children at that young age.
I was looking forward to it because I did feel that my little child was a little bit overweight, and wanted to encourage him into health eating and exercise. And I thought it was a great opportunity and just grabbed it with both hands. My little boy loves the cooking now, and uses the SWEET project as a bribery tool to get the cooking. He loves it. He actually asks to make his wee lunches and his wee suppers, and gets his little brother involved because the two brothers work together in the SWEET project. The SWEET project, it made children feel comfortable and relaxed, and it was as if they knew them all their lives, and they looked up to the SWEET project leaders and encouraged them to take part in health eating and cookery at home, and they're now more aware of the things that they're eating.
With the older children on the management programme, our aim here is, although the children are already at that stage where their weight is more than what it should be at that age, what we try to do here is to help them manage it, and again educate both the children and the parents in issues such as nutrition, physical activity, mental health and well-being, to try and show them that, look, okay, you're at this point, but let's work on it now, and this is what you can do to make a change in the future.
Last September, Ciara brought a letter home from school, and it was inviting people to attend a SWEET project that was going to start that month. And I initially said to Ciara, you've no need to do that, why would you want to do that? She insisted that she wasn't happy with herself, that she wasn't happy with her weight, that she felt uncomfortable beside her friends, quite fat beside her friends, and with things I didn't even realise. So on that we decided that we would attend the project. The project is to eat healthier and get fit together, and there was a lovely atmosphere around the group, and I must say there was about 10 families, and everybody got on really well together. And the nice thing about it was everybody came every week. It wasn't like one would come 1 week and there was a continuity for the whole up to Christmas.
Whenever a program's finished on both programs, the families receive some rewards, In the younger age programme, the families receive a play pack, which has a combination of a lot of the pieces of equipment that they've just used during their sessions with the trainer in the play sessions. So for example, there's a pack there with a manual that explains a lot of the games that they've just done over the 4 or 5 weeks. They get soft balls, they get pom-poms for dance, they get hula hoops, and they get a mixture of other things that they can use at home, whether that be in the backyard or out in the front yard, or just messing around with friends out in the street. So they get that once they complete, as I say, along with a manual, and then on top of that they get some vouchers as well. The vouchers can take place in different forms. Some of them are local leisure centre facilities, and some of them are as well vouchers towards like scooters or bikes or things like that, that'll help keep the children active. On the older programme as well, so it is similar, but we put more emphasis here on the leisure centre facility vouchers, and with a sort of biking scheme in which we've worked quite closely with CAWT Cycles. And I say we put together a voucher scheme. We give the parents X amount of money towards a bike, and they put the rest to it, and hopefully they can sustain the biking and that with or scootering or something like that. It'll keep the children active whenever they complete the project.
The exercise programs was geared towards fun as well. You were doing like running around playing chase ball and stuff, so we didn't even realise how much exercise you were actually doing, and the kids were loving it. We were all having a ball.
The pole session was amazing. Like I never ever thought that I would take my wings swimming again, and from it my health started going swimming, and I went with them. But it wasn't that they made it you were paranoid because you can't swim, but they didn't make it about actually swimming. It was games that they had on the water. It was like playing netball in the water. It was a laugh, and it was really, you felt it the next day. Right. Things like that. And even the cycling club, they have joined after it.
We cram quite a lot in 12 weeks, and we do quite a lot, but it's to give them a flavour, of everything that's sort of out there that can help, with obesity. But once the 12 weeks is over, we don't just stop there. We follow up with the parents as well. So already our program's last September, we've had the 12 sessions done, 12 weeks done with the original groups. We've had 3 follow-ups, and now they're approaching their final follow-up, which is a year later. So it goes on quite quickly. But that's what we look at, and in those reviews, we look at our family lifestyle questionnaires. We look at their health assessments, and we reassess, the families and the children to see how the improvements, or how the changes have come along. So families set goals. We review those. We review, in the management group, we review the children's BMIs and their waist circumference, and then we also talk about, what is it that they've done differently since they began the project.
I went on the bike for the first time in maybe 25 years, and I think it was the highlight of the day. Everybody had a good laugh at me going round. But I have tried a couple of times since. Yeah. I would go to the park with Kira and I'd sometimes jump on her bike now. We have a bit of fun on it.
I found it very beneficial. As a start, we were doing it as a family. We found a lot of new friends. We got to meet a lot of new people. Leading on from the programme as well, we've joined another couple of programmes, The Biggest Loser, and we've actually joined the Templemore Sports Complex as well as full members. So we're taking full avail of that, something I never thought I would have done before during the gym, not a chance. So the benefits for me personally and for us as families has been amazing.
They're eating the fruit like a bowl full at a time. Apples, they don't like oranges, but grapes, bananas and pears will not stay on the plate.
My child actually lost weight. I think he lost 4 kilos, and he was proud and excited. And then they got the wee trophies at the end. Wee trophies, wee jerseys, a little play kit for themselves, and they missed the project so much they just want to get going again.
I couldn't believe it. I'd done the whole cycling right out the line and back in again, and I'm buzzing after it. Really, really, really loved it. I actually did get a bike. The husband went and got me a bike. Now I haven't tackled it yet, but I'm back at the gym and we're doing the gym and that there, so I think the next step will be maybe on cycling out the line again, because it was fantastic.